Welcome to Pitch Mania. I'm so excited that you've joined us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are full, and too bad you're not here. You missed calzones and pizza and sandwiches. Is everybody happy about that?
Yes.
Okay, so we are going to do this, and I have been saying to everyone in Shark Tank fashion, we have one institutional lender with us today, and I'm so excited that we have Citibank with us to possibly take a look at and judge some of the businesses that we'll be pitching today. He's going to tell you a little bit about an overview of a type of business line of credit that's available to small businesses out there. We're also, as Gotham Capital Services, we have two of our very awesome people, and I'm talking about myself, and Rob Stevenson. And Rob's particular expertise is going to be on businesses that have cash flow, and if you have cash flow, you can get immediate funding within 48 hours. He's going to be evaluating to see if you have that kind of cash flow. I will be evaluating your business to see if there's any other way that we can help you basically get funded, because that's what it's all about. So thank you for the first episode of Pitch Mania. We know next month is going to be even more insane, but continue to keep watching. We're going to be starting with our first business, and please tell the audience a little bit about who you are.
Good evening, everyone. My name is David. I'm 20 years old and I live in New Jersey.
Just a little bit more. Okay.
Yeah, I live in northern New Jersey. Want me to
Yes.
just talk about myself and my
First.
culture? Okay, yeah.
Just introduction.
Yeah. I'm 20 years old. I started my company about 4 months ago, and it came actually from a problem that a group of our friends discovered.
Awesome.
And-
So he's gonna start pitching, I can tell. Okay. So.
No, I was actually
No, don't worry. I'm gonna let him rock. He's got a presentation. He's got a presentation going, and we're so excited that you're here with us. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Okay, so you're gonna pull up that PowerPoint.
So once again, I'm 20 years old, from northern New Jersey. The company we started 4 months ago. Our friend and I, he's not here right now, but you'll see a picture of him later. Get to work. But we are. It is Gotham.
The Gotham one.
We're Gotham and
It's Gotham?
yeah, this one up here. My bad. So our company name is Seahorse Live, the clever way it was formed. What we're actually doing is building a web-based platform that is going to allow people to pilot underwater drones from any location over the web. And when the slideshow comes up, you'll be able to see that. We are actually calling our platform Squabble. And actually, I'm just going to wait for it to show up.
Yeah. And you know what? We're gonna edit all this dead space out.
Is it live
We put it
streaming or is
together. It's live streaming, so we're gonna edit the dead space out later.
Yeah.
No, you can't know this slowly.
Yeah, and it's gonna have nice transitions and all that.
I'm starting with time.
And we're patient.
Is that a garbage over there?
Yeah. Pretty cool though.
Leave it to your table. Huh? Table.
Wow. Not open up his application in a while. Let me see.
I know besides this young man, you guys have different deals. I'd appreciate it if you can kind of talk about, maybe pick one deal to talk about.
Okay, awesome.
All right. Is there any type of animations with it?
No.
No? Okay, I'll just do it the preview way.
Yep.
All right.
Alright. Once again, my name is David Nazaire. I'm 20 years old. I live in northern New Jersey. And about 4 months ago, I started a company called Seahorse Live Inc., the clever way of exploring. You can go to the next one. What we're actually doing is building a web-based platform that is going to allow people to pilot underwater drones from any location over the web. And the reason why we decided to do this is from a personal problem. A group of my friends and I wanted to go to Miami to go scuba diving. And we had done a previous trip, and we realized that it was really expensive, so we planned it for a later date. And because of the expense behind getting a scuba diving license, travel, and actually doing the excursion, we decided that a lot of people do not get that experience firsthand. A lot of people don't even live near oceans or places that are nice to do that. So we wanted to give them a way to do that in an affordable way. So the platform that we're actually building is called Squabble. The reason why is cost. Underwater exploration is very expensive. You have underwater submarines and you have scuba diving. Second, access. As ages rise and health and fitness fall, the ability to see the world in a first-person way decreases. I was talking to a former scuba diver that enjoyed diving into sunken ships, and he was telling me about how, because of his age, he can't do that anymore because it's so risky to go in and out of the windows of the ship. And then also a live, real-time virtual way of seeing it is not available besides, I'll tell you that later. Next. So what we're trying to do is make this platform cross-platform to work over web, mobile, and virtual reality. And we want it to be simple enough that a person can go on our website, search up a location, and get started. So the example I like to give people is going onto a website, let's say Great Barrier Reef, and with available drones in the area, they could get started piloting these drones. You can go to the next one. This will save time, the traveling, easy access, save money. Owners will be able to rent out. Owners of these drones will be able to rent out their drones to make money, kind of like an Uber-like concept. There's no travel cost, no gear cost, no license cost, and it'll be live discovery in the hands of the user. Next. The unmanned underwater vehicle market is $4 billion, whereas it's projected to be $4 billion by 2020, and the augmented reality market is expected to hit about $90 billion by 2020, and that was a number from I think it was like JP Morgan or something like that predicted that number. Oh, and then we're planning on capturing about 25 or 75% of the UUV market currently, or the projected numbers, and 5% of the augmented reality market, sort of calculations. Next. Okay, this is everything kind of shifted. The way we plan on making money is two ways. The first way, for renting out our drones, we plan on collecting 45% of the rental costs. We'll be charging $20 per hour, and when we have 1,000 underwater unmanned vehicles or underwater drones, our yearly revenue will be $5.4 million. And our second way of income is through a subscription service to watch the live streams through our site. At $1 million, charging about $2 a month, very low cost, $25 million, and then that's a gross of over $30 million. Okay, there was a map of the world over here, but pretty much one of the ways of actually making income is, or another model, as well as having renting out drones from other people, would be having drones purchased by our company in permanent locations around the world that are very popular. Southeast Asia, the Great Barrier Reef, and multiple other nice places worldwide. Next. Okay. So who is this for? Casual explorers, gamers, divers, treasure seekers, and education and research, saving money. Okay, so our only a benefit that we have is our only competition right now is YouTube Live. YouTube Live, you have the only things that they have are it's live, it's low cost, you can't control it, you can do virtual reality, and you have recorded video. National Geographic TV, it's usually not live, cost is low, you can't control it, it's not virtual reality, it's just recorded. Same with Discovery. Scuba diving is, obviously you're there, it is expensive, you have control, there's no virtual reality version of doing it, augmented reality, and you can record it. So why would we plan on having all those things? So a person at home, if they want to do an experience with virtual reality, we would hope that, with the advancement of that technology, they can just put on a headset and, we want to gamify next level. Okay, our competitive advantage is first, we want to be first to market. We're going to be gamifying the platform to be entertaining for everyone and easy use. Next. So, our team. It consists of myself and my co-founder Alex. We've known each other for over 8 years. I'm a manufacturing foreman at a tech company that makes gate analysis products. And we have a whole bunch of other perks. Next. Okay, so pretty much we're looking for a $250,000 seed investment at a $5.5 million valuation, and that is all.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Ask.
The first question I have, the first question that I just want to start with right away is you're evaluating that based on
Just the pre-money valuation that just really, honestly, it was just arbitrary numbers and just Googling what startup.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to,
So okay.
but we do have a working
Mark,
model.
what are you thinking about this idea?
I think that it's a
It's
good
not
idea.
mapping.
I think it's a good idea.
No, the idea is good.
Yeah. But of course, it is a startup, so you don't have sales as of yet, right? So, Citibank could be a place where you can start out with your business account once you get it registered. Did you register your business?
Oh, we're Delaware C Corp already. We actually have a bank account already.
Okay.
We're really just coding right now to get on copyright protection because it's easier to get back.
I'll let you go, Rob, and then I'll have the final word on that one.
Well, congratulations on starting this endeavor, because it's quite an elaborate endeavor for
Yes.
2 guys who are 20 years old. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
first thing
It
is
was a good time.
congratulations to you guys. From where I look at things, I think there's definitely could be a market for this with all the new sensory technology and visual markets. I think the technology is going in the right direction. Drones, of course, are very popular. From a funding point of view, though, the business is not ready to be funded from the place where I sit. Why? Even though I'm in the alternative lending area, you have to have business income to be evaluating funding. You need 3 months worth of bank statements. If you're a startup, you really need 4 to 6 months to show you've got a track record of income. Your business isn't ready yet because you just don't have any sales.
Yeah, we're raising to launch.
Right. So you're a step ahead of where my industry comes in. Once you have got your seed capital and got your private equity investors and got your angels and all that kind of stuff in place, once you launch, then 3 months after, it's unlikely a bank would fund you after 3 months, but then you come to the alternative funding market, and they would fund you based on 3 months worth of bank statements. Probably 6 months, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's a high risk industry,
Yeah.
and what we look at is risk.
Yeah.
It's risk aversion. And then once you have a track record of say 9 months to a year, then the big banks step in, probably reassess you because you have much greater income. But the idea is fantastic. The vision's fantastic, and I think you're on the path to something for sure.
Awesome. Well, I'd like to get right to the point, and you need money, right?
Yes.
So, 250,000. Have you thought about raising that from a debt point of view?
Yes.
And what have you thought about in that respect?
It's an option, but like most likely our early stage is going to be that we were
Right.
told. We do have an option pool as well as equity available in our the way that we formulated our.
Well, here's, right, so, well, that's one way to go, and that's, what a lot of new startup businesses think about. Okay, well, I'm gonna sell equity, I'm gonna trade equity for debt or something like that.
Yeah.
But there's a much simpler way to go. You have parents. You have other people that have seen this idea that you've come up with that have good credit. And we could help you by raising a good $50,000 to $60,000 in startup funding through business credit cards. So with the business credit cards, we actually do not just business credit cards, but also personal loans. So the business can qualify right now with the right score for, like I said, a good $50,000 to $60,000 per personal guarantor. So that means if you and your friend had decent credit, we actually could, that's 120 right there. The question is, okay, how are you going to pay it back? So you've got to move really fast when you fund like this. And the reason why you have to move really fast is because you need to know exactly where your market is and start selling that market ASAP. So you should have pre-sales already. Pre-sales. Oh, and this is done. Oh yeah, we're finished with everything. Let me tell you, Mark Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs, they never finished anything. They've already pre-sold it 5 years prior. Okay, and it's already done. And I was watching the Atari, documentary, and so it's one of the very basic games. They were talking about how it was already sold in the whole marketplace. They already had all kinds of orders, and it wasn't even finished being developed, and they were trying to speed to meet the orders. It's a really risky way to go, so you better have your proof of concept down, but you could always get that website up with some simple debt funding like business credit cards and personal loans, and start pre-sales, get some orders, and get some contracts.
Can I elaborate on that?
Yes.
So we do have a website up. I have a working model. We're looking into going into crowdfunding as well.
Yes.
And what was the final thing I was going to say? Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's all.
So at Gothel Capital Services, we actually have packages that help you with the crowdfunding on the investor side and on the social side. And we can also help you with that whole idea that I just said on the funding side. So what we run across a lot with startups is that you have an idea and this is what you want to do and you're thinking about it and yada yada, but you sound like you're way far ahead of that thinking about it stage. You already have a working model.
Yeah.
And we would love to meet with you at another event.
And then we also have like our finance predictions.
Yes. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming to Pitchania.
One more thing to throw in there, I'll just tell you a little bit about Citibank. Citibank will lend, you really have to be in business for 2 years.
Yeah.
For Citibank to lend to you. And, some other,
A lot of
banks the size of, similar to Citibank. But a great way to start building credit for your business is, your tax ID, your business develops this credit score, right? So that credit card is a great option to, I always, encourage business owners to apply for a business credit card because that's going to start building your credit for your business. So at the time when you're ready for a longer line of credit, you have established credit for your business also.
Yep. That's definitely be doing that.
Awesome. All right, so the next one we have is visiting us from Pennsylvania.
Thank you for your time, guys. My name is Opo Izugu. I'm CEO and co-founder of Who's Your Landlord. In the name, We use the possessive form of the word who because we're giving renters ownership of their living situation by putting housing in their hands. The way Who's Your Landlord came about was during my senior year at Temple University in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I was the VP of the student body and was constantly hearing the complaints of students across many issues, but more particularly around the fact that they felt like there wasn't a fair trade of information or access to any transparency when it came to dealing with landlords and property managers. So the first instinct was to think of how can we root out bad landlords. If you take a look across the market, being the U.S., and you look at the way millennials are moving, I mean, it's undeniable we've been moving to urban centers and cities in droves. In Philadelphia, over the last 5 to 7 years, the millennial population has increased by over 40%. In that same time in New York, it's increased by 25%. And even cities like Baltimore and St. Louis have seen increases of over 90% in the number of educated millennials moving into their cities. The problem is that these folks are experiencing the same issues my students were facing at Temple University. And that's a fundamental lack of transparency in regard to finding information on your home providers. To solve these issues, we created Who's Your Landlord, which is a web platform that's bringing quality to the rental experience by connecting good renters with good home providers through the use of landlord reviews, available listings, and verified tenant information. On the platform, renters can review their landlords in seven key categories, ranging from responsiveness to condition of property or safety. We also then blend the results, so the reviews with the actual listing that you're viewing. You can see crowdsourced information around the average rent being paid, overall recommendation percentage, and then the average length of stay. The way it works is the renter will come to our site, they'll search in their desired area for the next apartment. We then blend the results of the reviews with the listings and amenities. If that renter is interested in that apartment, through a partnership we crafted with TransUnion last summer, in real time, they'll be able to verify their credit report, background check, and eviction history, and send it off to the home provider should they choose to. We also have our information currently there with Google. So we've already reached saturation around North Philadelphia, that's expanding into University City area and Brooklyn, New York. But if you search property managers in those areas that we have a substantial number of reviews on, before you even get to our page, you'll see that information tied into Google and their APIs. Some quick stats on us. We have over 175,000 users. Those are renters actively looking for a place to live or through our reviews. We're growing that at 27% month over month. We have reviews in over 150 cities nationwide, with Philly and New York being our largest audiences. And we have an 80% millennial audience, 40% of which are college students, and the average age of our user is 25 years old. Over the last quarter of 2016, we added 500,000 listings to the platform, and that was through direct partnerships with groups like the Galman Group, Allentown Real Estate, Campus Apartments, as well as companies like AppFolio and ListHub. Our biggest user bases, as mentioned, are in New York and Philadelphia. New York has been growing at a tremendous rate over the last year. We get in front of a lot of these renters and users through content marketing, a lot of blogging. We've also been able to create some pretty cool partnerships as a result as well. So we work with social media influencers, and we blog and make sure we're getting our word out to everybody that we can reach. That's led to us growing, as I mentioned, 27% month over month. About 35 to 40% of our user base came from Facebook last year, so really just targeting the right people there. We saw our Facebook following grow from just under 1,000 in January to over 11,000 by the end of the year. The momentum through users has driven some partnerships for us. So we entered 2016 pre-revenue company. The last 6 months of the year, we generated $40,000 in revenue from a partnership with Allstate, Roadway Moving. We work with several companies like out of Virginia as well, and they pay us a lot of money just to get in front of our user base who are their most active too. The way we generate revenue are through those sponsorships, so partnerships, through verified tenant information, that partnership with TransUnion, and through paid listings placements. So by the end of Q1, every listing that appears above the fold in a search will have been a paid placement, which allows us to flex the cost depending on city, for example, like New York or San Francisco, where there's high volume and high traffic. People have been asking us to bring our products all over the U.S. as well as to different countries as well. So it's really developed legs. We've already talked to 3 different folks about acquisition. One of the companies we're talking to now is a company we're all familiar with that I won't get into, but we've been getting the word out through word of mouth, through content marketing, and also through PR. So we've been featured in TechCrunch, Newsweek, MSNBC, and more. The founding team has known each other for a long time. This is our COO, Felix Addison. We've been best friends for 16 years. Grew up together in Baltimore, Maryland. And we previously founded a company before this called Tapt, which was a brand development firm. And then Nick Karablin, the CTO, I met him in college through student organizations. 12 years of development experience, formerly worked at Vanguard, and is a self-taught developer. I want to thank you for your time. Again, my name is Ofo Izugu. I'm CEO and co-founder of Who's Your Landlord. And just to touch on the financing side before I run out of time here, we are currently in the midst of raising our seed round. So we've done all this by bootstrapping around 80K of our own money, pitched grants, everything into this. And we have over 50% of our seed round funded. I can go into more information, but I think there's rules around accredited investors and stuff. So if you would like to learn any more, my email is ofo@wylandlord.com. Thank you.
Awesome, Ofo. Thank you so much. So we're going to go ahead and let Citibank start this off.
All right, great. So you mentioned that you do have current sales right now, right?
Yes, we did 7,500 in November, 10,000 in December. We were on pace for 15K this month, but we're actually going to blow that out of the water because Allstate's looking to re-up their deal for a much longer period and for a much more lucrative amount, as well as some other partnerships we have in the queue. So we're already surpassing our own goals for January to start the year.
Oh, that's great. And how long again when did you start the company?
End of 2013. That was I just finished up at Temple University. We released in beta at Temple, George Mason, University of Maryland, and Fordham. After winning a competition there, and then just never looked back, kept going.
Gotcha. Okay. And do you know what your accounts receivables are for the next 90 days?
Off the top of my head, I do not. I do know in general, our burn rate's really low. We only have 3 full-time members, our co-founders. We've been able to get to that point through the revenue we've been generating, and now having over half of our round committed as well.
All right, because you are in a place where because you've been in existence for over 2 years, right?
Okay.
You may qualify actually for a line of credit. And where do you bank right now?
Bank of America, and I think as the previous team mentioned, we're also a Delaware C Corp as well.
Okay. All right, because we offer a product. It's called a no-doc application that Citibank offers for up to a credit request up to $100,000. Right, and this is fully unsecured, and all we would need is your last 3 months Bank of America bank statements, and we just ask you, your financials, you just tell us what your financials are, and then all 3 owners would be a personal guarantee on that, and it's, it is a possibility, for lending from a bank like Citibank.
Wow, awesome.
Certainly, I appreciate the insight there. Thank you.
Awesome. Now, when you think about the leverage that you need, that's also Citibank offers that product. For a business that's still fresh because you're not 5 years old and it's just no doc. That's pretty exciting. That's one of the reasons why Mark is sitting here with us today because Citibank can be aggressive in some of their products, and this is really to help small businesses get going. Having that leverage, a lot of small businesses think about credit and they go, oh, I don't want to debt fund anything. But the fact of the matter is, if you don't get those lines of credit set up now, when you don't need it, when you need it, you're going to be it'll be very hard to get when you need it. I really don't have anything to add to that. I think you guys are doing amazing, and we want to thank you for coming, but I will throw this over to Rob. Rob, what can we do for this guy?
Well, again, I think you've got a very, very good and a very insightful product. I think you've created something which people definitely need, especially in a large city. So I think you've really isolated a a niche that will work. I think this idea will work very successfully. From a funding point of view, you are definitely eligible for funding from the alternative lenders. As you know, in alternative lending, it's unsecured loans. You would be able to get capital within 2 or 3 days of applying for the loan. It takes one piece of paperwork and just 3 months bank statements. Based upon the numbers you gave us just now, your average income looks around, let's just say 18,000 a month. Let's just guesstimate 18,000 a month. That would usually make you eligible for a loan somewhere in the region of, say, 15,000 right away. Usually the rule of thumb is you get 90% of your monthly average income, as long as there's no bank liens, bankruptcies, NSFs, that kind of thing. So if you wanted quick capital, like immediate assistance, money to buy computers, money to buy back office equipment, money for working capital, you could get that within 3 or 4 days. You would not be able to get substantially more because you just don't have the proof of income to pay back the loan yet. But I have no difficulties imagining your working capital needs will go up as your business improves. As your sales increase, your need for working capital will increase. But I think your model is great, and I think you're going to have a very successful model very shortly.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you.
Hey, I just thought of something as he was talking. And actually Mark mentioned something on the accounts receivables. You want to get those numbers because he was leading at a specific type of loan that is available no matter how long you've been in business. If you can get some of those companies to, sign contracts with you that they are definitely going to be paying you for the next 6 months, 12 months, they're purchasing on your website, we can get you funding against those invoices. In addition, right, so let's say you've got another, $250,000 already billed out for the next year. We can get you funding against that, which would increase the amount of money that you could get a hold of, which will help you possibly get somebody to quit that needs to run the company full time. In addition, you also will need to, if you had a need for any financing of software, we could help you with that as well. We have lenders, both the accounts receivable, the funding that Rob talked about, and the financing on software, even webmasters we could fund. We would need those invoices and the receivables. We could fund those items for your business, and basically it wouldn't, the credit is not, those products are not credit driven.
Okay.
So it's important for you to know that. So thank you so much for taking time out with us today.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, but we have a question from the audience.
Yes, how much actually are you looking for? How much money are you looking for?
I guess, full disclosure, we're looking for 500K. We have more than half of that already committed. And it's a priced round, and it's a very, I think, more than reasonable valuation currently, which is what we put into it. We're at a 2.3 valuation, so.
How much equity are you willing to give up?
Well, if we're at 2.3 with pre, and then we're looking for 500K, for every 100K, essentially, is about 6 points, so 6%. But there's a minimum of 25K.
So 6% for every 100K.
Correct. Or is that right? No, 100. I'm sorry. 3% for every 100K. Yeah,
3%
200.
for every 100K?
Ouch.
Yes.
Did you say 3%?
That's
Yes. 2.3 pre-money valuation. So every 100 is 3. Correct.
Why do you say you're valuating at 500K? What is it?
No, you
No,
valuated
no,
at
no.
2.3.
2.3 million?
Right.
3.2 million with
3.2.
500K. Why are you valuating, how can you, what is your annual last year, if you don't mind?
Say it again.
What was your annual income on that? What was
Sure.
your receipt?
Sure. We started the year pre-revenue, and we ended the year at 40K in revenue over the last 6 months.
How much did you start at?
40.
Nothing.
40K.
Nothing ended with 40.
Nothing into 40.
It's a very rich valuation. For,
Yeah, the valuation.
that,
But honestly speaking,
It's not real estate, there's no
not
property,
tech
there's no
space.
collateral behind it,
Can
there's
you
no
guys hear me?
assets, it's just an idea.
Can you guys hear me? I'm sorry. It's getting a little choppy, but I think I hope you guys can hear me. But yeah, the valuation it's not really a rich valuation in our space. So in the tech industry, customarily speaking, there's companies that come out and with an idea will start at a 3 million valuation, and that's not, of course, how we look at it or perceive it. But in our space, in terms of user base, in terms of they're already getting corporate validation, already 3 offers and acquisitions. We're I think more than reasonably evaluated and look to close this round so we can move beyond that pretty quickly.
Your company is not a subscriber-based business, right? It's an advertising-based business. Your revenue comes from the advertisers, not from subscribers.
Do you have a monthly fee of subscribing?
Say it again?
Do your members, do you pay a monthly fee for subscribing to your service?
We do. In terms of our servers, I mean, we're not paying more than around, I'd say about $400 to $500 a month.
No. Is there a subscription for your service?
For your service.
Or are you only making money through advertisers?
Sure. So we generated money historically through advertisers. The 2 other revenue streams, though, are the TransUnion piece, so the verification of credit information, background check, and eviction history. That'll be completed in the next 2 weeks. And then also, by middle to end of Q1, we'll also have the paid placement listings on there as well. That's a subscription fee that a landlord property manager pays each month.
Are you planning on having, let's say, if someone members paying a subscription fee in the future?
I'm sorry, I'm having a little trouble.
Are you planning on having a
one more time?
subscription fee?
How can we get him heard better?
Are you planning on having a subscription fee from your members?
Are we having a subscription fee for our members?
Yes, in the future.
No, we're not. I guess we're not structured like Angie List. We don't charge our renters to use the service in terms of searching or finding information. The generation that we're targeting in terms of millennials grew up with free access to a lot of information. So that's not necessarily, I think, a target for us to grow. What we do know is that from the home provider side and from just the advertising revenue side, we can generate a lot of revenue, and then there's value in the future in generating more revenue streams because the data we're aggregating is very important to banks and insurance companies when it comes to putting money against companies that are building new buildings and that kind of stuff. So we already gotten information and I guess insight there, and so we'll look to add more revenue streams as we continue to grow.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Mr. Lim, one of our wonderful investors, do you have any? Okay.
I'm going to talk to Tene to probably get back to you for a little bit of negotiation.
More potential.
Okay, so here's what's exciting, Ofo. I told you we were only going to talk about debt funding, and there's some private investors in the room that might be interested. I told you to come.
Awesome. I appreciate you having me. I do. And again, for folks that want to connect and follow up, I'll certainly follow up with Tene.
All right, so let me start from the beginning so you got here just in time. All right. Real quick, my name is Dale Ferdinand. I work for a startup company called Axer. I'm going to be straight to the point. It is my intention that when I leave out of here, I leave here with your business. I'm just going to be straightforward with you, right? Today we're seeking $3 billion, not 3 million, 3 billion with me. All right, I'm just joking. No. $3 billion. In fact, what I am pitching for is for you guys just to test our product. That's it. I don't want your cash. Maybe down the road I may do. But just to test our product. The company that I work for, it's called Axer. We are a fintech startup company, right? And we service people in financial services. Currently work with some people from the Canadian branch of your company now. Goldman, we got a standard partner with Inactive Brokers. Let me just say real quick what we do. How many of you guys engage in finance? Trade equities, Forex, commodities? Great. Alright, so what we do is we track 300 million websites in real time and give you trader analytics.
Get that for you.
Right? Repeat that one more time. We track 300 million websites and give you actionable news that you can make trading decisions based off of. So let me put a little context on it. There's about 1 billion websites on the web total, right? 100,000 websites are made each day. I need you to swing your laptop around for me real quick because I'm logging. So it's about 100,000 websites made each day. So out of all those sites total, we monitor about a little bit more than 1/3. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to just log into the platform so I can just give you a quick walkthrough about Axer, some of the metrics that we have in play, and how Axer will give you the ability to create stability with your trading. All right?
You're past 120 minutes.
Oh, that 120 seconds. 120 seconds. It's a real quick walkthrough. Alright, so I'm just going to show you really quick. I was just passing through the neighborhood, but I'm happy I'm here.
So this is like a financial news website?
That's exactly what it is. So what Axer does, we monitor the 8,000 publicly traded companies, right? It's kind of similar to Bloomberg.
Okay.
Alright, who's here familiar with Bloomberg by show of hands?
Yep.
Okay, that's the whole crowd.
Kind of like last walk and stuff like that.
Squawk is more so like people talking, get a fee. I'm going to give you a quick run.
Many voices.
Huh?
It's many voices.
Yeah.
And then seeing if what he's saying, incorporating level 2 also.
Yeah, thanks for the year at 3 o'clock. That's what I just wanted. He
Wait,
got here at
3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sir,
What's schedule?
you missed the training, you got a conference room, you missed all the pitch, you missed
All the pitches.
Suitable through the door.
No, we had-
Conference call, Texas,
You
Canada.
missed the training every day. You go, like,
Wow.
I'm coming.
On the road coming
I'll be
down.
right there, okay?
It doesn't stop.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mohit.
Don't
It's a
leave
pleasure to
me,
meet you,
don't
sir.
leave me, you know.
Huh?
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you get it out and come in front of the building? Because I have to bring a big box now.
Huh?
Can you take the car out and bring it in front of the building, please? Please, because I have a big box to bring out from the office, okay? Thank you, sir.
Here you go. That's my contact information. I would love to speak to you every day.
Mr. Mohindra, I'll see you in 10 minutes.
Sure.
Thank you. Right in front of the building, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright, so
very much.
real quick, I'm just gonna show you. So this is how our process works. This is what I will be expecting. This is my commission. This is what I'm charging you today. I am charging you to sign up. That's all I want in return. I just want you to sign up for a free trial. I don't want, like I said, I don't want you guys. I just want you to test this platform and give me some of your feedback. Because we built a platform, right, for traders, kind of by traders. So we can get real-time analytics from people who engage in the greatest sport of all, which is the sport of finance, which is very competitive, right? Like a boxer, you got to stay on your toes. You got to know what your best weapon is when you're going out to battle. Would you guys agree? Right? You got to know that my right hand is better than my jab, or I can always rely on my left hook like Mayweather does, right? So that's what this platform does. So what you would do, you'll go to this page, right? I'm just showing you the process how you would create an account. You would type in your phone number, company name, your email.
Everyone can see how to create an account.
Huh?
Log in, man.
Alright, I'll just show you real quick. What's up.
Just log in.
Just log in.
It is, that's the process. Alright, bam. And like that, it's done. Alright, so I'm just explaining to you really quick. Every day I wake up, I have a watch list, right? So there's certain companies that I'm paying attention to. So right here, if you was to click that, this will give you the option to just upload a CSV file. You can type in, if you have 100 companies or you got 8,000 companies, you can put that on your watch list. Right here, you have alerts. So this is some of the alerts that we have in play, right? Like breaking news, earning reports, popular stories. Now, if you go below it, if you go below that, we have first mentions. First mention shows the first time that an article is mentioned on the web, hands down. So if I see a story here, can you just go ahead and click yes? Real quick and do a quick example. Right there, click yes. So now, on your story view, every story that you see here, this is the absolute first time it was mentioned on the web. So this gives you market moving news before the masses, right? So this gives you a tactical advantage over all of your competitors that engage in finance. So I'm going to do this really quick. Right here, this is the time that the article comes out. To the right, this is the tickers for the related company. Over here is the sentiment. We have sentiment analysis. So a red dot will represent negative sentiment. A green dot will represent positive sentiment. 2 red dots, very negative. 2 green, very positive. You guys are with me? All right. Now, if you look over one column, this is the source. Where did this article come from? So as you look here, you can see that this is a tweet. Or if you look here at the B, you can see this is a blog. Like that. Over here is the story view. So if I look at this article and I say, hey, this looks good, all I would do is click that
Twitter
article.
is considered news now?
Huh?
Someone tweeted?
Yes, because now let me tell you something. Because if Donald Trump sends out a tweet, it affects the markets.
I know.
Real time, right?
It hit Facebook
He just got to telling me the whole thing, yeah.
Owing
Right.
$18 billion just to say he's not gonna
He
get the
said
contract.
something and it affects everything.
Markets move. And when markets move, people making money.
Yeah.
So like you see, you just click that, this will take you to an article. If you just want to investigate your article really quick, you know, let's do it. Can you go back to the platform? Right? Now if you go over here, we work with some of the best proprietary trading firms as well, also known as prop shops, right? One of the firms I work with, a couple streets away, have about 175 traders. And one of the managing partners there, you can bring them out here. If he sees an article, he does 2 things. 1, he yells out a buy or a sell on into his assistant. And 2, he sends a message to the other people within his firm inside of their trading station. So he shoots that information over, they can hop on it. Over here is a sentiment chart. So you can see this has very positive sentiment that hasn't changed. And the very, very most important filter that I use personally for my trading before coming or answer is exposure levels, right? So when I see an article, I can look just by looking there that if it has a low exposure, that majority of people aren't paying attention to this story, which gives you the advantage of speed. So you can see this is low exposure. An icon with 2 people represents medium exposure, and it's not up there, but if you see 3, it's high exposure. So example of high exposure would be like CNBC picking up an article, Thomson Reuters. It's old news. It's not actionable now because everyone knows about it. Now if you come over to this other side, right here is the grouping of the articles. Is the grouping of the articles. The internet is a giant echo station, right? Somebody puts out an article, somebody retweets it, somebody else reposts it, right? So what we do, regardless of the different variations of that same article, we group those for you. So it won't appear multiple times. This groups those articles, and if you want to see them, you just simply click it. 1 click, you see the other articles like that, you're done. If you come over here, I have that vision. You can also adjust the size of the letters on the platform. You have a question?
Yeah, in observance of people's time, because I know we're getting late now. And thank you, because there are some definite investors in the room. But when you and I had a conversation before, here are some of the questions that probably might be on their mind. I wondered whether or not, why would you use this over Bloomberg? And you said,
you would use this over Bloomberg. Bloomberg right now is one of our standard ones. This is a complementary solution to Bloomberg. Bloomberg uses 125,000 premium sites. We monitor 300 million both premium and non-premium sites, right? So let's say based off of, real quick, off the historical data, Mike at Gotham Capital for the past 4 years gave out earning projections through his Twitter account out of a basement in Long Island, but they've been right for 4 years, right? We have an algorithm in place, right, that shows how actionable that his tweets are, and we have a score, which you'll see here, and then we say, hey, every time Mike says something, this is right, Mike has a higher reliability score. So that deems that tweet that comes from Mike actionable and something you can act upon. Now, I know you guys are very busy. That was just a brief walkthrough. Like I said, my name is Delfer, and I'll be passing out cards, so you're more than welcome to try out the platform. And give me a call. I have my direct contact number here. Any questions?
Yep, I got one more. How does that integrate with Interactive Brokers?
Inactive Brokers, right now, we currently have a standard partnership, so they're doing the testing. So within about the next few days, when you log on to the Inactive Brokers platform, there'll be a tab that'll take us to Axer, and then it'll direct you to our site.
What about Thinkorswim?
Thinkorswim, we have something coming up with Thinkorswim as well. Also, we have an API for guys who do any type of automated trading.
Thank you so much.
We have an API that's also
Good night.
available.
I gotta go. Guys, I gotta go.
Yeah.
All right, appreciate your
Thank
time.
you so much. Thank you, Mark, for coming.
Oh, absolutely.